Hey, what's going on, everybody? Failure to society here. So I kind of have a different video from what I normally do. Normally I'll do these, short memes, shit posts along the line of that. But me and my friend had this really deep conversation about a hypothetical scenario, and we went into a really, dark and, not really want to talk about it subject. But I think people needed to hear it. And I thought it was a very, insightful and meaningful conversation which we had. And I hope you guys can enjoy it, maybe get a new perspective, comment, tell me what you think of this shitty year. And yeah. Also, I will be leaving a timestamp for you to just skip the scenario and just go straight into the fucking deep topic if you like. But yeah, enjoy the video. Peace out.
I've got a question for you. So, a nerd in my strength and conditioning class, which is basically we go in the weight room and our teacher gives us a weight plan based on like our body weight and our physical ability to make us stronger. And this nerd who I got paired in a group with, well, he wasn't in my group, he was in the workout bench right next to me. He was like, "I've got a paradox for you." I'm like,
what?
Okay, a paradox. I'm like,
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
so a paradox is like a very, it's a round trip question. Yeah, I'll explain it to you. So
Okay.
this particular paradox, I forgot the name of it, but he's like, what I'm about to tell you could change your entire outlook on life. Are you ready for that? I was like, yes, Connor, I'm ready. And he's like, okay, so you know how some people think that the world's a simulation? I'm like, yes, Connor, please close your mouth. He's like, sorry. But anyway, he was like, so if people think the world's a simulation, and he's like, I'm going to give you a choice. Some people think, like, this is the paradox, that in the future, there will be an AI, and if you help build this AI and help bring it to fruition, it will spare you. And this is what it spares you from. If you don't help the AI, or help build the AI, or put your life towards help building the AI, or if you try to neglect it or stop it, it will fill the rest of your life with torment. It will torment you every single day until you die. That's if you don't help it come to fruition. And he's like, would you help it come to fruition and save yourself from all of the torment every single day and save all these other people from the torment every day?
What the fuck is the torment?
Like, it will spend, it's an AI, so it's smart. It will find ways to torment you and make your life a living hell every single day.
You know, you could just fucking live off grid and then just fix that shit?
No, like it's an almighty ruling AI. It's like if God.
But if I don't help it go to fruition, the fruition, it doesn't have power.
Exactly. But that's the thing. So he asked me. He's
So
like,
if I never help it, it can never come to power. And
right.
therefore, and if it does have some little bit of power to fuck with me, all I have to do, since it's an AI, it's linked to the internet, the web, everything dealing with that, I could literally just live off-grid in a major forest at the Olympia Peninsula in Washington or wherever the fuck, a big-ass forest, live in a cabin, survive off the fucking wilderness. That wouldn't be such a shitty thing.
Here's the thing. It isn't your entire choice to make. It's an entire world. The thing is, if nobody helps it come to fruition, then it's fine. Then everyone's fine. But do you as a person trust every single other person presented with this scenario to not let it come to fruition and risk torment in your entire life. And here's the thing, your plan is a good plan, but here's the thing. The AI is like an almighty God. It rules everything. It rules the world. It will send people.
Then it's a god, not an AI.
Fine. Then we'll use it as a god.
Because an AI only really controls
has
electronics.
Power through the internet. Yeah. So, if you help make this god, it will spare you. But everybody who doesn't help it will spend the rest of their days in complete torment and pain. And so, he presented me with this question, and he goes, would you help it, or would you not? And I said I would help it, and he goes, well, would you be able to live with yourself? I'm like, fuck yeah! It's my, and he's like, well, if nobody helps it come to fruition, then it won't happen. And I'm like, here's the thing, Connor, I don't trust anyone.
Yeah, no, I don't trust anybody.
And I know that there's other people, like yourself, who would not trust people. So therefore, if I help it come to fruition, then it's fine. Then I'm fine. Everybody else, they made their choice. They made their bed. They're going to lie in it. It's not my fault. I am not held responsible for what happens after the fact. And he's like, well, you helped create it. And I'm like, and in that, I spared myself. And I knew the fate, and they knew the risk, and they took it.
Yeah, but I wouldn't trust anybody. We had a global pandemic. The world leaders said stay inside. If you stay inside, this will be over in a few months. We'll be safe. Nobody will die. And we'll get through this. So what did people do? They did the exact opposite because they are irresponsible saps.
I have the right to be outside.
Saps of fucking dumb fucking cunts. And, you know, it fucked us. They fucked us. It's gonna be probably a fucking year, maybe more, of us still dealing with this shit because stupid fucking people don't know how to stay the fuck inside. You are literally not only putting yourself at risk, but hundreds of millions, and apparently, if this shit keeps going on, millions. And also, not to mention that the fact that fucking George Floyd was murdered, and yes, it was a horrible thing, but you know what doesn't solve it? Burning things down. It's not even like private owned shops. Like, if you are burning down private, like, then those are their livelihoods. They work their lives, and you, just because you're a little fucking angry that you get to destroy everything that they fucking have. Now, peaceful protesters, they're fine. People are showing having signs that, you know, they care about, you know, black lives. But if you go and you murder, they were literally shooting. Somebody got shot in the fucking arm. People are getting murdered. Some old guy who was like 70 years old got fucking knocked the fuck out because he was trying to defend his business. And and for people to absolutely flip their shit over this and not deal with this like civilized human beings, so makes me lose faith in humanity and shows that you really can't trust anybody but yourself. And that I will never trust my life, my livelihood, or my parents, my family with anybody else other than me.
Exactly. 100. And I know you don't like anime, but there's a very good example of something that can easily be put into that whole George Floyd thing. So, in this show, they had just finished like a match, right? They were fighting. They had just finished a match, and one of the people had like their mind hacked pretty much, and they saw the other person come at them, so they went to go attack their leg. And she shot him in the leg and blew his leg back inward. And then that's what everyone saw except for her. She saw herself getting attacked and defended, but everyone else just saw her absolutely cap him in the knee. And then the general comes in, and he's like, "Did you see him attack you?" And she's like, "Yes, of course. Like, I didn't just beat him for no reason." And here's the quote. He goes, "People saw what they saw. They've already drawn their own conclusions. They don't care. They've drawn their own conclusions. That is the most solid shit ever. George Floyd died of an overdose, not because of the cops. The cops certainly didn't help, but he died of an overdose. I guarantee you 90% of the people who are out burning shit and breaking shit have no idea because they've drawn their own conclusions. They saw these images. They didn't look into the facts. They saw one thing, got angry, and left. That's it. People draw their own conclusions. They don't look in. They don't see facts. They don't visit other sources. They take everything at face value, no matter who gives it to them, no matter how good it looks, no matter how bad it looks, they will take it, and that is the absolute truth, and nothing can persuade them because they're fucking dumb.
Literally so many things could be solved with, hey, is this really worth fucking literally burning the country over? Like, we should be upset, but we were already in a worldwide pandemic. We were already getting fucked in the ass. And we really, really didn't need some fucking degenerate scum of the earth people going around and shitting all over everybody's livelihood when they didn't even do anything. I would kind of understand it if they were a known racist. And like, you know, you're putting people in danger, you're putting people out of their home, you're literally fucking so many people who may have not only been innocent, but have supported your cause, been sympathetic to the black cause, and then they completely changed their fucking mindset because some fucking dumbasses decide to take their anger out and take the entire country burning, and they just take control of it, they manipulate it, and do whatever the fuck they want with it. And it's just the unfortunate fucking truth. And I'm gonna say this, you know, if I had been an owner of one of those buildings and I would have heard about the lootings and the violence, I would have stayed at my shop to make sure that my livelihood was not only protected, but to show that I will not let these people walk all over me.
I would have sat in my business with a shotgun and two nines on my right and my left.
If they walked into my building, I would have not hesitated to put a shot in them. If they were armed, I would aim for their chest. Center mass, instantly dead. Hollow point AR-15 round. You will not get up from that. But if you come in and, you know, you start arguing with me, I'm not going to shoot you in the chest. But if you show even a slight bit of an aggression towards me, I will put you down. But if you come into my fucking property trespassing, I will shoot for the most non-lethal part. But if I fucking miss and hit you in the neck because you are in my property and you are startling me, that is your problem. It is my American right to protect myself and protect my family and protect everything that I own.